everyone, today I'm trying out a new style of video that I like to call guitar recipe. So that's going to be how to play a song plus how to get the tone for it. Today's song is Style by Taylor Swift. You might notice in the original recording that there's multiple guitar parts, so what I've done for this tutorial is just picked whatever part is the most prevalent, probably the most important for you to play. So starting out, I'd recommend either a Telecaster in the middle position or whatever guitar you have that's kind of bright, or if you have humbuckers, maybe try the bridge. Experiment and see kind of what sounds like the original. For the tone, I'm using a Line 6 Helix and I'm using the matchless style amp, but the most important thing is that you get a very clean amp just on the edge of breakup, and then you want just a touch of compression. So here's my totally dry sound, just the amp. Here's with compression. So I'm both using the compression to get a little bit of punch and to hit the amp harder. So nothing too crazy, just good, like, clean sound. And then the only other effect I'm using for the main part of the song is a quarter note delay. So the good thing about this riff is it's only 2 notes, but the hard part is that there's a lot of right hand technique to get it sounding right. The first note's gonna be a D, and I like to play it on the G string, 7th fret. This guy. And this riff actually starts with 2 muted hits, so I'm gonna play it really slowly for you. And that second note that I played is a B, and I play it on the G string, 4th fret. So all together. For the second half, you're gonna start at the D and then move to the B after 2 notes. So for that, I'm doing a muted downstroke and then hitting the note on the upstroke. It's kind of weird until you get the hang of it, but just practice it slowly and you'll get the hang of it quickly. So all together, the riff goes like this. So that part is in the intro, all the verses, and even the pre-chorus. So once you learn that little bit, you can apply it to like half the song right away. The next part to learn is right at the end of the pre-chorus. You hear this lead part. To play this, you're gonna start with 2 muted hits, and then you're gonna play the 14th fret on the D and G string, followed by a hammer-on on the D string 16th fret. So that sounds like this really slow. Next, you're gonna move your hand down to the G and the B, and same thing, you're gonna do 14, and then hammer on the G string 14 to 16. But make sure you stop the B string from ringing out when you do that. And then to end it, you do B string 15th fret, back to G string 16th fret. So all together really slowly. And I'm adding a little hit in there in between. Here's the pre-chorus all together. So it'll start with a piano. Here it comes. So basically, you're playing that riff 1.5 times, and on the very last half, you just jump up and do that other riff. Next is the chorus. And so in the original recording, this part, that does continue in the chorus, but it gets filtered out and pushed way back, and honestly, you can't really hear it. So I chose to double the synth line, this part. And that just keeps looping. It comes in, I think, second half of the first chorus, goes for the rest of the song. To get the tone for the chorus part, I started with a clon overdrive. Just a little bit of grit. And then I added a Pog style octave pedal, so this does an octave above and below the source. But it's pretty low, it's pretty subtle, just gives it like a bit of shimmer. Next I have a quarter note tape delay. And then a big plate reverb. And then a really dark, subtle shimmer reverb. And that just gives it the bigness and the space you need to sound like that synth part. To play the part, you're gonna start on the B string 15th fret and the G string 14th fret. So the G string 14th fret, I have my index finger there, it stays there. And then I bounce between 15 and 17 on the B. If you want to be fancy on occasion, you can throw that in. It's the E string 17th fret, but I wouldn't use that too much. So with the tone and playing the part, it sounds like this. Here's the whole thing all together one more time. You keep doing that, and then you get to pre-chorus. Then you kick on all your effects and go to the chorus. So that's my guitar recipe for Style by Taylor Swift. If you enjoyed that, please let me know down in the comments, or if you have any other questions, feel free to ask there. If you're curious what kind of gear I'm using, like picks and cables and all that kind of stuff, I have it linked down in the description, so be sure to check that out. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe.